2020 is officially in the past, and I could not be happier about this. I am super hopeful that 2021 is going to be such a good year, a much better year, and we're just gonna see what happens. So today I'm talking about my reading and kind of channel goals, but mostly just my reading goals for the year. And I'm really excited because I'm being very lenient on myself. I don't want to put this pressure on me to read 100 books, whatever. Like, that's not feasible for me. As someone with a full-time job and freelancing and being a mom of 2 and helping my husband run his own business, like, that's not feasible. So I'm just doing things that make me happy, that are feasible for me, but I'm also giving myself some remnants of structure because I do like goals and structure and having things to achieve and things I'm trying to do. But I don't want to overwhelm myself with something that's supposed to be like a fun hobby that I love. So my goal for like reading number, I guess, for this year is 52, which is a book a week. Definitely doable for me. Most of the time I read more than that. And if I go over my number, great. If I go under my number, oh well. That's just this arbitrary number that I'm putting out there that I want to try to read a book a week. Another thing that I'm actually really focused on this year is reading what I already own. I spent a lot of 2020 shopping. As you can see from my book haul playlist, there's a lot of book hauls from 2020, and we're gonna try to decrease that while increasing the amount of books I actually read that I already own. I'm not upset that I shopped so much in 2020. Honestly, I started the year with one bookshelf that wasn't even full. Let's be honest. I didn't get back into reading until like the end of 2019. So it had been years since I'd bought books, since I'd really sat down and read, and I just really got back into it in 2020. So I spent a lot of time buying books that I didn't have anymore, like books that mostly were backlist, some new releases, ones that all sounded interested to me. And I spent the year filling up my library and creating all of these shelves that you see behind me. So in 2021, my goal is to read more of those books that I purchased in 2020, to spend time reading backlist books that, you know, I have and just haven't gotten to. And there's also no way that I'm going to get to every single book on my shelf this year, because like, there's a lot of unread books on my shelf. But I'm going to try to get to as many of them as I can and prioritize those books that I already own. In that same vein, like I said, I'm going to be shopping less, but not at all. Because I know it's unrealistic for me to say that I'm not going to buy a single new book in 2021, because like that's insanity. Like, I'm going to be purchasing, but I'm going to be much more thoughtful in what I purchase. I'm going to not purchase nearly as much. I'm not going to jump on every single sale I see. One thing I want to do more is I'm going to be taking some unhauled books to my local used bookshop, and I'll shop there with the credit that I get from those. I want to not purchase new books faster than I can read them. So kind of my goal is, if I read, 5 books in a month, I will kind of allow myself to purchase 5 new books. But I'm not going to do that every month. I'm not going to be like, oh, well, I read 5 books, so I can buy 5 books, because that defeats the purpose of trying to read my whole physical TBR. So that's just kind of my buffer, and I don't want to go over that, but I also don't want to do that every single month. So some months, like July, when my birthday is, like, I'm probably gonna buy more books during the month of July because it's my birthday, or Christmas, or you know what, stuff like that. And I'm not saying I'm not gonna buy new releases, because there's a bunch I'm excited about that I want to check out, but I'm trying to really rein myself in this year. A couple things I also want to really focus on is I want to read more sci-fi this year. I really enjoyed the sci-fi that I read in 2020. One of my favorite books was Born by Jeff Vandermeer, and that is weird sci-fi, and I want to read more of that. And I had bought a decent amount of sci-fi that I haven't gotten to yet, so I'm excited to shop my shelves and get to some more sci-fi. I also want to focus on reading more self-published authors this year. I've read a few in 2020 and I absolutely loved the books. Air Awakens by Elise Kova was self-published. I love that. I read Ledgers of a Dark Mage by N.K. Lim on Kindle Unlimited. Absolutely loved that. And I think books 2 and 3 in that series are out, so I need to get to those. Sword of Kaigen by M.L. Wang was a self-published book I really enjoyed. Immortality Awaits by Andrew J. Stillman was another one. I just want to read more self-published books and support those smaller self-published authors, because it's a lot harder for them to get their name out there. They don't have the marketing budget that these massive corporations have to market new books. They are themselves on the internet basically being like, here's my book, you want to read it? So that's something that I really want to work on, is reading more self-pub and like indie published books this year. And I also want to finish series I've already started. This kind of comes into play with the buying. If I own book 1 and have read it, I will allow myself to buy the rest of the books in the series if I want to finish them. If I read book 1 and I don't want to read the rest of it, I'm going to unhaul the first book, because I don't see a point in keeping the first book in a series if I don't want to read the rest of the series. That will help me clear up room on my shelves, and it will also help me finish more series that I've already started. So hopefully that works out for me. I think it will, because it just seems like a good plan. I also bought, I don't have it yet, but I bought the Little Inklings Designs planner. I think it's supposed to be here tomorrow according to shipping, and I'm like super impatiently waiting for it. I am a planner junkie. I'm super excited to like write everything down in my planner. I have 3 planners this year. So I have the book planner, I have my happy planner for like my life and my coffee mom blog, and then I have a passion planner that I use for my day job. And they all kind of serve different purposes, but they help me so much. I have to write things down. I absolutely love it. I also have like a whiteboard calendar and a desk calendar, and I am just that person. I use Asana at work and for personal use, so I am trying to be overly organized this year. So that is another one of my 2021 goals. So those are my like reading goals for 2021. I kind of wanted to talk about some of my channel goals here, but I don't have a whole lot of like set in stone channel goals. I don't want to say like I want to hit, you know, 2K or 3K, because I think it's arbitrary. I don't have a way to say like, oh, I'm gonna hit this many subscribers, because I don't have a way to make that happen, if that makes sense. Like, I don't have a way to be like, okay, I'm gonna hit 3,000 subscribers this year. and then the algorithm hates me and it doesn't happen. Like, that is out of my control, basically. So I'm gonna focus on the things I can control. One thing I want to do is just continue to put out consistent content. In the month of December, I put out 5 videos a week for the entire month, and honestly, I saw a pretty big increase in engagement on my channel according to my YouTube analytics. It seemed like people really liked the 5 videos a week, so that might be something I stick with. And because I pre-film in bulk, it's not really that difficult to put out 5 videos a week, because I can just sit down and film 5 videos on a Saturday, edit them, and have them scheduled to go up, because I only film 1 day a week. And then, you know, one video will be my reading vlogs. So that's not even like a sit down video. That's just something I do every single day. But let me know what you think. This is one I'm kind of not sure about. Do I want to continue on with 5 videos a week? Do I want to drop it back down to 3? I'm not really sure. So I kind of want your input on what you like to see. Also, I want to do more standalone book reviews. I have started doing more of them, and you know what? I really like them. They're very intimidating at first to do just a review on just a book. For one, they don't get the views that like hauls and TBRs and tags get, but they're evergreen content. So if you know anything about content creation, you'll know that like a book review is evergreen. It is searchable. Someone in a year from now could be searching for a review for the Poppy War, and I have one. Whereas no one is ever going to be searching for a December 2020 TBR. Like, let's be honest. Now, people might go back and re-watch it, like, once they, like, discover my channel through a searchable evergreen content video. Then they may go back and watch my backlist, which includes, like, the TBR and the haul and stuff like that. But I think it's important to have a good mix of evergreen content and viral content. So like your TBR is very right here, right now viral content, whereas your reviews grow over time and they're slower growing, but they don't get as much initial views. If that makes any sense. Hopefully it does. If you didn't know, I work in content marketing. I work in digital marketing. I am a blogger on the side. I do freelance work for that. So I know a lot about algorithms, content creation, SEO, social media marketing. Like, that is my jam. If you ever want to hear more about that, I think it would be something I want to start kind of focusing more on in 2020, is sharing my knowledge of digital marketing. And I've started a second channel for it, uploaded like 1 video, and that was it. So I think I want to revamp that if there's enough interest in it. Another thing for the channel that I want to do is I need to get back into doing my reading vlogs. It's so funny because I didn't think that they were that interesting. I didn't think anybody cared about my weekly vlog where I cook dinner and talk about my kids and what we did for the week and what I'm reading and, you know, my work life and the dog and what we're doing on the weekends. And I didn't think anyone really cared. But then I was watching a lot of my friends do the BookTube gratitude tag, and so many people said that they liked my reading vlogs, which like baffled me because I'm like, man, they're my easiest content to create because I do them on my phone for the most part, and I just, you know, will use like my little tripod or like a selfie stick and walk around my house and just kind of like do updates and talk to y'all, and you know, I'll do b-roll footage like of the kids playing or gymnastics, or I kind of update you on like my life, not just my reading. And I didn't know that everybody liked those that much, so I will be back to doing regular reading vlogs once more because that seems to be what the people want. I also am going to continue doing my recommends based on like tropes and stuff like that. I've done a few of them where I did, you know, books that have the found family trope, 7 books I recommend, or recommending self-published books. But yeah, I just want to focus on doing things that, for one, I enjoy filming and editing, and I want to do things that I enjoy because like this is a fun channel for me. Like if once I stop enjoying it, I will stop doing it. But I also want to do things that y'all enjoy because I love the interaction. I love doing things that y'all want to see. Like, duh, as YouTubers, we want to be seen, right? So let me know if you have topic ideas or video ideas you want to see. Let me know. I also have something I've been kind of like bouncing around for a while, and it is not set in stone. It's not something I'm sure about, but I have been debating starting a Patreon. But I just don't think I'm interesting enough for anyone to sign up. Like, what would I do? Like, I have some ideas, like exclusive content and maybe like personalized book recommendations. I really like the idea of sending handwritten postcards to Patreons. Like, I love that. That is just something that I would enjoy. So like handwritten postcards and like exclusive live streams. But then I'm like, am I that interesting? Does anybody care? Would anybody sign up? Like, what would I even do? Like, what would I charge? What would people pay? So like, I kind of want your input on this as well. I feel like I'm asking a lot of y'all in this video, but you know, we're friends here. And I want to know what you want. Do you think a Patreon's a good idea? Is it cheesy? Like, what would you want to see? I don't even know. It just seems fun. But then it's like everyone's doing it. So like, I don't know. I don't know. And that's why I'm coming to you and asking your help on this. This 2021 goals video has like gone off the rails, y'all. It is out in left field, but that's kind of who we are here on this channel, right? Like we just kind of roll with it, with the crazy. But yeah, those are kind of my like reading goals and my channel goals and just some questions I had for y'all. And I'm just really excited to see where this next year goes. I have a good feeling about it. So here's hoping that 2021 is a fantastic year for all of us. And my name is Jessie, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.